Are you looking for a new MMORPG to play? Do you like anime, Pokemon, and maybe even Minecraft, or liked it in the past? Well, if your answer was yes to even one of those questions, well, you're in luck, as a new anime sandbox Pokemon-like MMORPG will be making its way into the fantasy game genre next year. If you don't already know, Peria Chronicles is an upcoming anime MMORPG that has been in development for over 5 years now. The team producing Peria Chronicles has set a pretty bumpy road getting to where they are now, with delay after delay, to the point where people even thought they'd stopped developing it. But finally, after all this time, Nexon, the developers of Peria Chronicles, have announced that the game will be released sometime in the spring of 2020. As of recently, they have opened up a live beta test, so there is some gameplay footage floating around the internet. Nexon has also released a few more trailers of the game showing us more about what the game actually is. So you're probably wondering why I said that Peria Chronicles has some similar attributes to Minecraft at the start of the video. And the reason why is because, according to Nexon, the majority of the content you will be playing in Peria Chronicles will be all player created. Yes, there will be content from the actual developers of the game, but like I said, it seems like they want most of the game's gameplay to be player driven. One of the main things that makes Peria Chronicles stand out from a lot of generic MMOs is that it has its very own sandbox feature where you can create virtually whatever you want, giving you the tools to create your very own landscape, put in your very own NPCs, and accept quests, as well as spawn in monsters you can slay to complete those quests. From the looks of it, you should really be able to make anything from small villages to large cities, to even cities that are underground or even flying high in the sky. Then, once you have created your own world that you've created by yourself or with your friends, you can publish it, allowing other people to travel to your world and experience whatever it may have to offer. Being able to play and create your own content as well as other people's content is a really cool concept to me, and it's something we have gotten in a lot of other games, specifically like Overwatch with its new workshop mode, Fortnite with its creative mode. Another example could be Minecraft, where you can create your own worlds and minigames you can share with your friends or even the public. So it's really cool to me that we're getting this world building tool for a fantasy MMORPG, as it's something we haven't really gotten much of before, at least to this extent, of how much you can actually create when it comes to Peria Chronicles. I mean, just the joy of creating a world that people can explore and do the quests you created in is super cool, and it's definitely something I'm really excited to try out. Okay, so now let's talk about how the combat works in Peria Chronicles. So, back to what I said at the start of the video, when I said the game is sort of like Pokemon in a sense. Well, one of the main features in Peria Chronicles is that you have to collect these Pokemon-like pets that you use to fight enemies. I did see some gameplay here and there of people actually using swords to fight, but I'm pretty sure that most of the time you'll be using these Pokemon-like creatures that will be helping you out. So it'll be interesting to see how the pet system works when the game fully releases, like if pets have different strengths and weaknesses against certain enemies, or if everyone just has the same pets and you can't collect them at all, which would be the worst outcome in my opinion. As I think it would be cool to be able to get more pets to show off to your friends, or if you just like to collect them. If that means having an achievement system where you can earn them through playing other people's worlds that they have created, or maybe even just getting them from certain quests or bosses. It's hard to fully tell how the pet system works right now, as the beta is not open to the West currently, so we have very limited footage of the actual game. Although we do have a lot more than we did have a few months ago. I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet, but Peria Chronicles cel-shaded anime graphics look really nice, and it makes you feel like you're actually in an anime, which I think adds a really nice touch to the game as well. I could also definitely see a lot of roleplay happen in this game, especially with the really nice graphics and the fact that you can create your own world if you're into that sort of thing. Personally, I'm not a big role player myself, but I see a lot of potential for it when it comes to Peria Chronicles, just seeing how much you can actually do. And I'm not one to judge games based on visuals, but let's be real here, for some games you're going to want good graphics. And Peria Chronicles is definitely one of them, especially with all the world building it has, as it really just adds some spice to the game overall with its very pleasing art style. The character creation in this game is quite extensive, allowing you to be really whoever you want, enabling you to change so many things about your character, from hairstyle to leg length to eye color, and even changing things like the width of certain parts of your body, to even changing the fat at different parts of your character. If you want a more thick character, or if you want a more nimble and thin character, it's all up to you. You can also even change the running animation of your character too, if that wasn't already enough for you. So I can safely say that Peria Chronicles definitely has one of the most in-depth character creators, which I really appreciate, as it's always nice to be able to create such a unique character that really suits your playstyle. And as someone who has played a lot of other MMORPG type games, it's really cool to see games that have character creation this in depth. So that's also something I really like about this game. Although, with all of the positives I've already said about this game, I'm mainly worried about one thing. Will this game get boring with the majority of its content being player created? And I think the answer for that definitely changes for different people. And it's a concept I'm open to, as it's something I can see working really well with an MMORPG. Overall, I think Peria Chronicles definitely looks like it has some potential where other MMORPGs don't, but I'm interested to see the full game when it releases in the West. But until then, we will just have to wait. But when the game does come out, I will definitely be making another video on it, as the game looks something like I would enjoy playing. If you want to be here when I do more videos taking a closer look at Peria Chronicles, make sure you stay tuned by clicking the subscribe button, as I'd really appreciate it. I'll also be doing a lot of other first look videos on a ton of other games that will be coming out in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, this is Skull, and I'll see you guys in the next one.